Hey guys, what I'm going to be showing you today is just the generator that I've uploaded to the Stormworks workshop. There's a couple of variations of this, but for the purposes of all of them, what I'm going to be doing is using this as the main video for them. So the first thing we want to do is, if you wanted to use this generator in your creation, you would want to use the select tool, load it as a sub-assembly after you've subscribed to it on the workshop, and then paste it into your ship wherever you want it to be located. The next thing you want to do once it's pasted in is we want to go to the key in the middle of the switchboard. Use your interact button to turn that on. I'll turn the backlights on for the displays as well, and then I'll adjust the throttle to full. What we can now see is that the battery charge starts to go up quite rapidly, and also that the generator RPS is now pretty much at the maximum for this generator, so 191 revolutions per second. That can stay in that state for as long as you want it to, provided that you've got enough fuel to manage it. This one doesn't seem to be too thirsty, so it's yeah, it's pretty good to keep running all the time if you like. What will happen is from the revolutions of the jet turbine, we'll get 6 large generators on each side. They'll start charging any of your ship's batteries. So when you paste it in, the first thing you want to do is, after you've pasted it into where you want it to be in your ship, take those generators' electrical outputs and link them up to your ship's batteries. If you wanted to turn the engine off, all you need to do is adjust the throttle to 0, flick the start PRT generator button to off. The light will now go to orange. It'll take a while for the RPS of the generator to wind down, so if it sounds like it's doing nothing, just leave it for a little bit and it should start to wind down. What I'll show you now is, using the starboard generator, how to do a battery test on it. So at the moment the starboard starter battery charge is at pretty much 1%. I'm going to drain this as far as I can. So on the left hand side we've got a battery purge use with caution button. It's a push button, so if we hold that in, what it's going to do is it's going to pretty much deplete the battery as far as I can go. Doesn't have to go all the way, but just for the purposes of this test I'll hold it down pretty much until 0. Okay, so it's going to sit at 0.01. These generators on both sides, they each have a secondary battery which by default they're disconnected, so pretty much you can deplete all of your batteries and still have enough power to boot the generator up. The way to start them up is to hit this jump starter circuit breaker and switch that to on. I'm going to get about 50% out of it, just enough to start the generator. So we go through the normal processes to start it. So again, hold the interact button on start SBD generator. That's going to flick to green, and then we adjust the throttle to max. The generator RPS will start going up to 190 again, and we can prove that it's charging the system. It'll be charging both batteries at this point. It's going from 0.5 to 0.65, so that's charging nicely. And then yeah, that is how the generator works. If there's any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and check out the description for the workshop links.